Hello everyone and welcome back to Wolfie Plays Escape from Tarkov. It's everyone's favourite time of the year, wipe time. Everybody's on the wipe hype, and for once in my life I've actually got time to play it off the get-go. So here we are on day one, uh, messing around with characters' face and names because we've got a new voice in there, I'm pretty sure, from last time, or at least the last time I played this properly anyway. I barely even got a chance to do anything last wipe, just from work and time constrictions outside of work. But here we are now. We've got 3 weeks. Just sort myself out, play loads of games. So in the first day I've done so much already. I'm just showing off for the start. Here with the quest change, you don't have to go customs anymore, which is brilliant. So you can do virtually everything to start with on whatever map you choose now, which is a lot better. A lot of congestion usually happen around customs, which that should relieve. We got Gunsmith and Introduction and the Salu's quest from Therapist as well. Organised the stash, and when we went into first raid it was literally scabs. I scabbed him for like 4 or 5 raids because I'm still not quite off my 3 weeks off yet from work and everything else, so I was literally scabbing in, going and sorting food out, scabbed in again once I'd eaten, and then I went to work, came home, servers were a bit funky, but I managed to get 2 more raids in. But yeah, we come across this in this first raid where I took a stray around from behind, and it came from USEC camp where I just come from, and it was really confusing because it were like it were at me from USEC camp, but I'm like, there's no way this guy's just seen me through trees, so who the hell's fighting over here? So I pushed forward and moved closer. I'm like, surely it definitely wasn't at me. And as I've peeked out, the guy's looking at me. And I'm like, it was at me? How did he even see me? And he's taking like a few more shots, and I moved the fuck away because I was like, nope. Definitely a bit weird. He's either seen me run across the hills and followed me, which, yeah, fair enough, that's plausible. And he could have found the scope already by now, because I were a bit late getting on anyway, because after the update, the servers just weren't working, and I'm on a single server. I'm now playing on, like, literally the one server just because it wouldn't let me on any others as scabs. It was matching forever, and then if it wasn't matching, I'd just get put back to the lobby screen. So yeah, I quickly noped out of that situation. I looted a bit of bunker, I went across the road, and then basically just zipped at bridge to extract with all the loot that I grabbed. Which, it wasn't a bad run for my first run anyway. And I don't know, I think this wipe's got potential. There's a lot of loot that's spawning right now that I feel like it's going to be difficult to get later on in the wipe. As you can see from my organisation, I'm sort of using my mechanism and other rigs at the bottom to stash some stuff in. I got the new item beer. I don't really know what the use is for that, but it's there. Found the 6-round mag. Clock. The SKS mag, the 35 rounder, is going to be very important. Remember that, because when I get to my PMCs, that comes in clutch so much. So I used the items I got there to set off the first of my hideout upgrades, illumination and security. I think I just did there. Another scav run. I'm literally only showing the loot for this because it literally nothing happened. I literally just ran around scav camp and a few other places, but I found my first gas analyzer, which is big, but it seems like on woods at the minute they're coming from everywhere. So if you can't find any of them, get onto woods. Really easy. I found all of mine now at the time of recording this video, and it's only a day later from start wipe. The first fuel cond and the Razer HD scope, that also comes into play for my first PMC because I put it on the M700 that I've got the 30mm railing for at the top. And here we are now onto that raid. So I spawned at Scav House. It took me a couple of seconds to get my bearings because of the darkness, and once it started to get a little bit light, you'll be able to see everything in like a couple of minutes of this video. I wandered from Scav House down the back wall towards the little construction thing, picked up the free loot that you can get on these side bits of the map here next to this truck. From here, I could hear shots coming from Sawmill and around what everyone usually calls Dickhead Rock, or I call Dickhead Rock, which is the centre bit just across the road next to the log piles from Sawmill. So my plan, like, I seen a flashlight on my right I was just not fazed by that scav at all. I needed the kills for the quest, but in the end I decided I was just going to run somewhat towards scav camp. Not scav camp, USEC camp. But when I got there, oh my god, I didn't even get there to be fair. I got to the top of this hill, and it all broke, hell broke loose. By the time I push forward and get to where you'll see it cut to in a second. Because it was just crazy. It was so well timed. I don't know if it's because I stopped moving and caught my breath just at the right moment, or if this guy didn't have headphones on and he really didn't just hear me at all. But this hill, I always go up. I never go around the side of this because I seem to feel like everyone comes around the side, and you'll see what I mean in a second. Because even this guy doesn't come up the way that I came, so I get to the top of it, I catch my breath. And I was going to look directly over at USEC camp, but I thought, no, I'll check behind me just to make sure no one's skulking up, and then all of a sudden... there's this guy. I don't know how he didn't hear me. I really don't, because I heard him the moment I stopped moving, and he should have definitely heard me moving, or at least stopped breathing, because my boy was loud. I was deafened when I was breathing at the top of that hill. It was so loud. But yeah, so I waited around. He looked like he'd just gone off towards Sawmill and started engaging in whoever's fighting over there. And then this guy appears. Now this one were a lot easier because I could actually see where this guy was. So I just let him run that little bit further forward. He ran out of stimmy stem, and that was his downfall. Nice clean shot to the head. Now I literally froze on the spot here, just watching where that guy had gone, the one that ran past us initially. And after a few minutes he wasn't showing up, so I checked towards USEC camp, checked towards where I'd come from, and then ran over to the body, and he had quite a lot of decent loot. So I picked up the Mosin, which I ultimately shoved inside his bag in a bag. Now my loot here, I had a real issue because I wanted to keep the tool set, I wanted to keep the gas on, and I wanted to keep the sniper rifle. So I put the sniper rifle in my bag because ultimately it took up less space than the PP-19. And I wanted something that was also fully automatic just in case someone ran up close to me. The Raven's good money, and obviously the gas analyzer is really important. After that, this is still the same raid. I just ran doing the caches from the pylon to bottom of Scab Mountain to the top of Scab Mountain to where we are now. I did the technical crates behind me to see if I could find anything exciting. I was looking for white tape but couldn't find it. From there I ran down, I basically dropped down onto the bedroll, checked sniper bunker on the top of the mountain, ran back this way, grabbed a letter for Jaeger, which obviously is real big for the first raid. I wanted that out of the way because then I can go and buy the MP153 shotguns from him. I kind of sounded like a robot when I said that, but yeah. So you could buy the 153 shotguns, and then we could hand them in for debut, and ultimately get the 5 scabs on any map whenever we do it, because then that quest is just out of the way and done. This is me sort of lingering here now just to find scavs, and I hit this dirty shot on this player scav. I'm pretty sure it player scav because he were 2 weapons on back. He were going pretty odd route. Not crazy, I've seen scavs walk that way, but it was just weird that he had 2 weapons. But I dropped him with a single headshot, and that felt real nice. I wasn't ultimately sure if he died at first, because it were a pretty decent headshot, and I didn't actually keep my finger on the scope to see if he dropped, so I did the simple thing. I went to my tasks, and that was the first scav, so that was not bad. Then we found this pesky guy that actually broke my arm, so I repositioned and he repositioned, and he just stood there spinning on spot. Actually tabbed out of my game there for a second as well, which scared the crap out of me because I couldn't tell when I walked around the corner if he was just going to aggro on me or not. But from there, I just took my victory and went to the UN, what's it called, UN border, like extract just down the road from there. And that was the first raid complete. Now, I was really ecstatic with how that raid went, to be honest. We got a PMC kill. We got a couple of weapons that we can use even if I lose the M700, which I ain't lost it yet, but I've only used an SKS since then for my PMCs, which I said that 35 rounder comes in clutch, and you'll see it in the next episode, which I'm going to be editing as soon as I finish this one, and it'll be uploaded. Hopefully, I'm going to say within 24 hours of this one. I am going to be that ballsy. I'm going to try and get this literally done and sorted so I can keep playing, keep bashing out more content, and during this 3 weeks give you as much as possible. I'm even going to attempt a live stream Tarkov just for the first time ever on this PC for one, but then God, it must be 5 wipes since I've actually gone out and streamed. But yeah, my organisation, if you like the look of it, I keep my guns at the bottom, try and keep my containers for junk at the bottom, bags at the bottom. Right here you see me handing the quest. My meds in my stash I like to keep in the middle, money at the top, and then rigs down the side and armour down the side. You'll see me reorganise it better soon. There's me showing, oh it's the MP133s, not 5.3s. Yeah, I knew it was one of them. The shotguns. I pick up the junk box, like I say, I'll slide that into the bottom right corner and place that mechanism, shove everything that I don't want just out. It's a real good investment. I spent the scav run money basically just so I was able to get one of these early on. It really does not bother me waiting like 10-15 minutes between my scav runs because usually I've got stuff to do anyway, so it's quite hand in hand. Good for when you're a casual player. But that's enough from me. Like I say, stay tuned for the next part when we've got the SKS with the 35 rounder. It's going to be 2 raids back to back where I get some mental kills. And until the next video, I'll see you next time.